Something unusual is happening in the Middle East right now. Behind the headlines, behind the diplomatic statements.
Breaking news, escalating tensions across the Middle East.
And Iran, and many global analysts believe this situation could reshape international politics in ways most people
are not even noticing yet.
So what is really happening?
Let's break it down.
Segment 1: The growing tension. Over the past few months, the relationship between Israel and Iran has become increasingly tense.
Statements from political leaders,
military movements across the region, and rising diplomatic pressure have all added to the uncertainty. Israel has repeatedly warned that it views Iran's nuclear program as a serious security concern. Meanwhile, Iranian officials
continue to insist that their nuclear
activities are focused
on energy and scientific research.
But the real story may be bigger than those statements alone.
Because when two powerful countries in such a strategically important region face rising tension, the entire world pays attention.
Segment 2: Why the United States is watching.
Another reason this situation matters so much is the role of the United States.
For decades, the United States has been one of Israel's closest allies,
providing military cooperation and strategic support.
That means any escalation in the region could quickly become a global concern. At the same time, Iran has developed significant influence across parts of the Middle East.
Through alliances and regional partnerships, this complex network of relationships makes the
situation far more complicated than it may
appear on the surface.
And that complexity is exactly what makes analysts watch every development so closely. Segment 3: The military factor.
Both countries also possess powerful military capabilities.
Israel is widely recognized for its advanced defense systems and sophisticated technology.
Iran, on the other hand, has invested heavily in missile programs and strategic regional influence. Military exercises, defense upgrades, and strategic messaging from both sides have increased in recent years. While these actions are often part of normal national defense strategies,
they can also raise concerns during periods of geopolitical tension.
And when military strength and political rivalry meet in the same region,
the global community takes notice.
Segment 4: Why the world is paying attention.
The Middle East plays a critical role in global energy supply and international trade routes. Any major instability in this region could influence global markets and international
security strategies. That is why governments, analysts,
and global organizations carefully monitor every development. Even small incidents sometimes capture international attention because of how interconnected today's world has become.
In modern geopolitics, regional tensions rarely stay regional for long. They often ripple across the global stage.
Segment 5: What could happen next extended.
However, rising tension does not automatically lead to conflict.
In fact, in many geopolitical situations, what the public sees in headlines is only a small part of a
much larger story unfolding behind the scenes. Diplomatic negotiations, international agreements, and quiet political discussions often take place far away from the cameras. Leaders, diplomats, and global organizations frequently work through
complex channels to reduce tensions and prevent situations from escalating further.
Throughout modern history, many serious geopolitical
standoffs have eventually moved toward
negotiation rather than confrontation.
But uncertainty still remains.
Because when powerful nations with significant military capabilities are involved,
even small developments can attract global attention.
Analysts, governments,
and international observers carefully monitor every statement, every meeting, and every strategic move, not because conflict is inevitable, but because understanding
these signals helps the world
prepare for whatever may come next.
And in geopolitics,
sometimes the smallest shift in strategy can change the direction of global events.
Conclusion extended.
For now, the world continues watching this situation closely.
Because international politics often moves in quiet,
complex ways that are not always visible on the surface. Sometimes the most important
developments happen not through dramatic announcements,
but through careful decisions made behind closed doors. Tensions between nations can rise and fall over time, shaped by diplomacy, economic interests,
and global cooperation. Understanding these developments helps us better understand the complex and interconnected world we live in today.
And staying informed about global events allows us to see how
decisions made in one part of the world can influence many others.
If you want clear, simple explanations about the biggest geopolitical stories and global developments shaping our future,
subscribe to Global Conflict Watch and stay informed about the events that matter most.